Well, Nadia Nakwasi, a better in your bar, Mammy Boat, my better than say, on also the entertainment, the rap politics. What is only in your man, in your Bema Bako, or more ever to Jum Cow, the Inti or one, see, a Munan comedy mana, or dear com, Rashibi Jim, na air corredia, air coso on. Majidi say, Edika Kyle said, this is your election headquarters, Kukrumuti Power, your catch on your ma, about to ask we count down, your bit me the abroad. Nti on popo ye kra no ene but the most important thing is that ene wo ye mra hye no menyi ni se nyoma ya sha ase yi kire ewo ye bedwam dwumadie so no ana multimedia platforms so no bibia obetimi aka say you want to say you are a proud Ghanaian yenim se mra hye bedwa for den ka wona kwa adwuma mi the best thing to do is to ensure say wona be bo man no ho bra by way of ye hye mra Mra betimi de mining punto ne kanko ama bietimi dimu na wi peyo. The country gradually your center de bia da maka is becoming something else. And it's very important that we a true patriotic Ghanaian at this point in time now. As I say omoni da ho. As I say obompai na yes baby ye gina na nra me kai no. Baby ye gina no ye gina kwantanan and there's no pleasing at all. Inti se oni abrese opese Ghana ye koso nya asumdwe ye koso na ye ni sibia wumi ye improve na bompa ye se ye nkofa yone bia ana hoye bia entimi emma entimi ho ase de bia damaka the best solution to maintain me ho ase is where we sit by the table and then we try to ye jojo and as ye din komo uni bia na at this point ujidi say the tool that will be effective for a country's development and forward march attendi a trocha and tokwa hoye basabasai and nyoma hense fatano and now we name say you are missing in action in terms of the times we find ourselves the end jealously we should really guard and protect yashumdwe na yemubi eya atuna saram ye fa say asumdwe normal. We should be very careful about that. Ye mubia ye nam ni enya akwanya bia si edin komo kasafidie so o Ghana and ye bese Kenya and the youth must arise. Sa kasana enye kasa papa kasa wonte no. So obia bezo benya an experience that will just cut off wasumdwe. You don't pride yourself if you are wearing t-shirts or unya platforms so bia ujina bia na say Ghana say Kenya and the DBC benyesi and all those conversations no they are quite unnecessary. I feel that it is time for all of us to think Ghana, not individuals, to think Ghana, not political parties. Indeed, yes sir, all hands should be on deck at this point. Indeed, what we intend to do is say brano de ebekoso obiano ebetwa sanfo yini no ede akyerew na watimi ate ho ase de ekoso oman Ghana ehu hia entwe ho film because otwe ho film pe na eze wankasa de ekoso oman no ombese obehu na atimi inform wa wabato won samatimi agina yi na akoso kama enti ye mindful of enkomo aye di oman Ghana mtitru de fa ye bra ho ayebo se unya santi ase na ebebo yi pa ama bibia atimi akokama ede ama ho enti hyene nso se no nkono pa 1 minute aduonu enum a ebe page ayi mu na afi wakoso ahwe bedwam on Adom TV multi TV so se onyoma papa ana yewo ede emamo lawyer Lawrence Botwe nanu de ya meka nanu de ya na se eni busome kra ni na otwemi no ana ye to nsa friend say ne modern born ni munyam ne nim dia nyame dia dom no the Ghana a lawyer foku a kire say we lawyer ni mapa no ye to nsa friend say onko ka ba no nye choba na nye bie ba ana nye de minua obi busa am clubhouse with the Ghana's bar very young and promising gentleman. Well, Lawrence Butchie, Akwaba.
Yes, sir.
You be a come on.
Yeah, me Adom.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Me have for so have this watch this space. Eti on says Alaji Collins da money e ko pokumu so mo kwa. Omo go so tete ese di nkatia mu nyina go so tete. Into tete mpanyimfo ni bia ba be ka omo no. Me ankasa me nua be ma wa han say. For this year I'm so proud of you. Na oji bre ko krom de.
Oh my god.
Bibia come. I see. Good. Good. Party so ko yi.
Party.
Ise na to yi wa afo.
No kwasem. Unza hafo de. Ma mentia omunyana. Na kentinka. Ya hafo president no. Na niye na niam odi agu akwan mu wa hafo ni nti no. Ono no virtually no oyo obi a se udru ahafo a enye certificate south onko a ahafo nyina MPP fu NDC fu just ye hu so ye NDC MP o ana so ye MPP
o dodo ni nyina
because o ye dido ni nyina eja eno ntina ye frɛ yi Alhaji Collins ada ahafo president esanse o homa o manfo ni nyina ntine sɛde one o manfo ni dinkuta ho ni ntino MPP fu tumi ko ni fie free NDC fu ko fie free CPP fu hwan fu ubodu ni fie no ye ukala bia ni ho ntino papa na ye ene yewa erikopoku aha mama afu sabi ayakono
ntimi nya ko da se sa seat me no on bejimu
oh ye at least two account na wa hafu
two account
ye di two e di account me modi
ene bobi de na ba no
de ye di two account on say ye strategy na de ayama ye atiase no say ensam no ka ye kana half ye nkan ko chire me say at least I have a region NDC ye di 2 seat account constituency ni modi but ye di 2 seats at the account
lawyer we in charge of a team now mo so ehwe if Bono East and Bono
itself yeah
it's definitely low interest to I have and ye di 2 no dia ehia
2020 omo launch operation 6/6
yeah,
2 abani we no menya 2/6 inti nkofo wenim de 2 number jini ja o me kasa bi keke no boka yeah o jidi abodi e o akugudura abodi
ya chasasi
e so ka chasasi de
ma me chia me ya chasasi e obodwuma
okay
tan of south udrua sedie
so bobaji ho no
me se me chia si
Uji Benjamin Diana na
Mame kasam tro udru tano south said ye nua chasa siedu ene omanfo no edin kuta ho problems ahodo e wo constituency a obi wo position na ototo niam adema wo mo no ene tano south for
yen cross quick le ma chemesa ba ho na yen ko ye reporters no mo parliament here dey ko abna na me ma wa chi biem na it is say wo he fa na ogina okay so you better back up now ready pay be coin come lo entina meka ti age 2 I say the 2 ka out of 2 no more no ti 6 na be o mekwa 4-2 the minimum other regions is Bono is the minimum my plan or there
last week na mo ha for region in fact omo 2 nekita omo sisi ani Jeffrey omo say entino oh yeah Jeffrey omo say clearly you see na panic entina voters register omode ntokwa ne menteme ho ase ne etuototo ba ho no ba ye de resolute campaign that form ye house to house your candidate no mudi no mo na so no bo erikopoku me aminim say we started trying handing over no to nim say seat oh seat ne
okay so yanko parliament my lawyer but you better back to see her abna so my baby a obuto bia
edi kan ebo anopa no ene nkobodi mra se bedwa fie na yewo na wo hyebre na no nwatwe abapa ho sema no aduasa ene akire na ebre no nwatwe na panyifo nkrato mo de ba enra no eche so mo bebie ama emra se bedwafo no ne nsamtwefo ye nyina ye nya kwanya awramu bi no kre no nwatwe boye eno mo bie ye yawramu na utimi hu se wura dan ni mu a efa na kakane no edom kuma no etena na hodampan ena baby a edrom kese no etena no ehwaye ma MPP emra chebedwafo ena NDC emra chebedwafo akwaje ho mu nyina afa anopa no se nya ntia se name tax na esi baby a baby obi etena no yen sesa no enso so ko ho ma ensakraye e wo ho ye bedi nkobo ne ya hye de omo kan na no mo de yedwuma se wo hwe ma NDC MPs no abadodo mu echen MPP efa no ma me ne yewura kwabna minta kando dwaboso emra hye bedwani me no emo nkobo ora kando Martin
yeah hofe
wo kwa wotenan
baby yes metana
ehina wo se wotenan
me majority member my majority caucus so na tie mra na ne de adwuma no
inti seat wotenan so no hwan tag hwan di ne bo
member bo obi di nkyere wo
senya wo kwa na nya odi ne bo ha na
MP na mako parliament ne yese me majority na mako tenase intimate parliament
minim south parliament ha ya na menso mabai baby a wotena ye no na ya twerɛ kwabna minta kando bo ho ana
ohu bibia be kan dia wa akasa beto akɔhwɛ na obɛka na me de as far as I'm concerned me were majority side
ba nya odi ne was
me din me tete bia ye kra ye trase kra din bia kra mo that's a year by I mean what is important is the proceedings on the floor of the house the din there hu here
nti mo fa no 135 ni nyina ba
ye nyina ne aba for now but ye nyina ye beba
I think 136 nti be dodo sene ho na be din
men kan but ye what is say and ye ne doso
de ekoso wo hoyi yenim se MPP fam so no nyomu nyina na aba so mo bedru no mo se ba bia wote de wote ne city so eba so obetena so abeso am na tansa na so be den
menyini so bia be sa menyini so bia be sa mra ne de ye adwo wenye ntokwa ha ya ma ha se ye be kontokwa ye mfa tue mfa jai mra the proceedings of the house sabi me third term in parliament speaker ema order that's the order na kra ye mfa anya adwuma bi ma speaker na kasa na ba be ka che into as at our last sitting which was I think Friday or so speaker Ruli say ye majority. So even if there's going to be anything different right now, that must exist. And sign there's no change of position.
Sir, it is sad. I think I was say a Denmark arrangement in an SSR asset now.
May per the proceedings of the House, proceedings the chair say you are declaring as majority. Into May ban make what be a majority tana. That's as simple as
the American arrangement and your whole formation was a no no by you know a drum case from
permanent house.
But maybe I'm moving so be a dimbo anyone.
Maybe a tent and a dinner medical catchers and yet there be any do be a din is in a name. And no, I know the beer that is not the most important until high permanent a tent as yet. So let's deal with the substantive issue. I know the speaker has ruled.
It is a speaker ban and no because the ruling no the ban and Saka Supreme Court on Krata no into Marco back to said the most share Parliament in Asia. Munina Mama Monsaso.
You drew her, they all say any Niaka and no say and young treat you in charge. I know near the Becasa. You see, sometimes no, you know MPP for no judiciary, no, or more ye BBR, even if you want to protect the MPP, or more ye may want to take a crack. I just say, young Fanyan ka ho near enye neat kakra so that it minimizes suspicion. So what I say, your more ye ni mirika and what the hot do. If we say me by parliament, me kai say speaker ma ruling per proceedings of the house as Supreme Court at Supreme Court. Now was suspended the ruling of speaker.
Obi the command speak obi the Supreme Court na one hujuma and also be an fankoye.
Me say number one, obi the kokrampo na per the rules of the country, no. Supreme Court nyina dwuma say or suspended the rules of or the rulings of Supreme Court of speaker abra proceedings ekoso nyina dwuma no. So what I say. But the na make an wotwe me esan ye ne say anobaaba yakoso. Monkrofo be enan afrimu. Yenso nipa ba ko afrimu. Ebia sida ya declare as majority. Okay. And kasamo court umpa. So what I say. Yem fa kwan no so ne court. Friday Supreme Court in Transi. Is that the case say Supreme Court for na and a frame majority for say momra ne any kan nwe asem na me fa matu anim ne yen suspend speaker rule na because emu odwere one Friday na any class from court no. Sa Friday na e no mo file ye. Friday na no constitute panel. Friday now no suspend the ruling of the speaker. Say ye mpo no mo to mo bo ase. E na omudi asem no. So what I say, some pen in time and say 24 hours kwa na person di asem no mo che ne nti a any kwan say speaker ne ruling ne kwa ye adwuma na nkan no mpo nke ye different. But clearly, no, I say the Supreme Court is bent on protecting the MPP. Inti unyansa biya sabi impreduasa. Ewa asem ni mo ye nyina so a papa me no mienu ombeka na to asum say sa asem we Supreme Court akenti. De o ka bi kire me. Enu nti no ehu hia say yen suspended the ruling of Mr. Speaker. And je bi e den pa na asie bi nsi dentia. One of their really reasons and they say yes ankrofo na omo MPs ya remove omo no omo nya representation in parliament. Supreme Court Ukraine denying the people are asking of representation mekoto abanfo. Until within that space of time no money representation and no swear. Okay sir. It's okay in the OT region also. Yeah. And also up to now omo representation in parliament and no swear. Even in the 1992 constitution nankasa no a create space say a bedroom so be free parliament mretie bi mu ayekoto about 3 months or so eni kwan say yeko akire ekokoye by election. What does that mean? As it say some mretie no constituency bi Ghana ha that constituency will not be represented. So the constitution itself no enim say bibi say betumi esi ende. What is Supreme Court saying? Supreme Court, they are not the law. Supreme Court is not above the law. We are 3 arms of government. So that we can coexist. So I say we have 3 arms of government. Inti but to sit and then try to behave as if we are headmasters. And therefore be detective to everybody.
A dictator na so or interpreti emrano. So we interpret parliament but you don't interpret na.
No interpretation in there.
Marano so didi mujuma say
me interpret mra. The constitution ya ntro ne Hausa could be betmaken it's in black and white. Inti mrano clear. So what I say there's no ambiguity. Mrano do baby I say ambiguity wo and na say ntiase bi ni ho ne emfa Supreme Court man chechem. Obi bisa say your friend was saying o say your friend me problem in takando. O say me feel say nye wudi nti yanko Supreme Court. It doesn't make sense. And you see I mean before ya dey bia there be an also Ghana fashion so the moment obeti MPP ni nka say yanko court no nimde oye no court o after your marking during that speaker's ruling you had an opportunity to speak also there be obeko Supreme Court. He knows what he was going to do in Supreme Court. And for me my real war for this country and they say nanka me nim say Supreme Court for no e wo for ye nyina nanka dinya ya de nyina atwa eni akohia omo sabi asem kra ye ka sese yi e na omo to omo boas na mo hwehwem na omo de agiraye bi kra betu dwa anka e bia ye nyina de nyansa be de achi na so de omo ka no no kre ana enya no kre but from the way omo suban omo de na dia mra kra ni kwa so omo tenase omo akotenase asem ne kra wonya ni ye wadi kan kra bu asem na abra wonya ni asem no wo bu asem abra wonya asem no so ye de yeah, call Parliament. Call Yajuma. Me a majority member to share me and one friend. Why? Bye bye.
Ora kwa mna minta kando ena medeno edi nkomo no na mamene ya papa eni nkomo honorable Zidin ya no Laura.
Right, so abna pokuya mamenda sese also timene ira kando edi nkomo ira kando so nti ase se de domestic no de abai no kodwabo so no yemra shebidwane a ogine mu ma the NDC ene yo se on de ase ahye e wo mrahye bedwem so ene uhwehye da ho na won na abaye edom kese no ti okoy ba bi edom kese nti no e ho no akotena nti on de odini se bibia akoso etocho lawyer mamesambra back to you na let me say be share common I say on these matters I say ya ma mintim ho ase kakreba maybe from your point of law view no what do you think is happening?
Man opedie medawa sinadi di kan machia hwefo no bibi ohwe bia o my hen I'm very disappointed in member of parliament no kasa in fact one kasa krankeye enye say na member of parliament ekasa and I believe say nemba ene ne yire atifie hwe omo papa omo they bow their heads down in shame because journalists need be a very important question say baby akotena no di na wo ho o say parliament dey baby dey hia ne say proceedings ekoso if the Ihanze proceedings ekoso the anya kwotena wakonya so e
say enta fedin
enya no o man enya no kre
enya relevant
if you go to parliament if you go to parliament they be obia name tag bon akonya ho in fact the journalist asked there say akonya na kwotena so no di na wo ho o say me na me bebo obi di nkyere o And he went ahead to say that I create 10,000 ayete. Inti onim say in the standing orders of parliament, be a parliament be convene bia or hot bedane the president of parliament. I'm even surprised. Just say as a whole member of parliament, you should stand for the law, no. But man, the party, in the name kind, rather than the national interest. I am very, very disappointed in Ora Mental Kando. And I think, say, going forward, from here, I'm going to the Supreme Court. I'm writing a petition to the Supreme Court to hold him for contempt. Because how can you sit on national television and say that Supreme Court protected the MPP? How? How is the Supreme Court protected the MPP? Because today, Supreme Court decision now in 2016, Supreme Court declared that John Mahama is president. No, we because the Supreme Court protected John Mahama in NDC. So sometimes some of these statements, we are trying to drag the reputation of the court into the gutters. And I'm writing a petition to the Supreme Court, say the member of parliament, they should hold him for contempt to serve as a deterrent to any other person. I almost say Supreme Court to near kids playground. The almost pebia no maka for Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court
but we're raising issues. Or say, Edian Kwan in a Bribia Dano, Anna Omoya Diamania clear, sir. Meaning that maybe from where he sits, Washa who said Pendudona Bribiada, Assembly Kokota, a political in nature, MP before from MP before Mutri Dim. It's your Maya Mona clear, say, or I said the Omuni MPP, Kambuma, Omuni Diju.
It is never true, sir, Assembly or political nature be a Kokota, Supreme Court in Idima MPP. We are to force in call Nasem Nukupi High Court. So, Supreme Court and the highest decision, apex court of the land. A copy High Court, High Court and Ankasa no who so. What is the Supreme Court? I can say any Supreme Court by the Felicia to force I born in Tiafa. No, the court doesn't. If you have a weak case, the court will expose you. In 2020, we're in this country. And this is for Becatcher say, oh, my winning election. Oh, my, you remember, it was covered on this very media house. Because also your winning election, almost supporters and co street in the Sunko Jomini. A court and a court in Bishop almost say. Evidence and answer the figures at Chelsea winning elections anyway. They couldn't provide it. But a year and a court session with TV so nanka ye wo kukwema and come back catch and say Supreme Court and achi and your mama MPP. And so it is never true, it has never happened say Supreme Court achi and your mama MPP. In fact, I say my court here in my opinion they're very clear. Because Speaker Babin under no authority even the legislative history and the constitutional history. Yeah, for 1992 constitution, the crown to unchain. Near the 1979 constitution. What was the provision? Clearly, the speaker has no role or capacity in declaring any seat vacant in parliament. Speaker needs out to me, And it is never true, say Supreme Court, a diabwa MPP. And I say MPP is in bed. In fact, what would the Supreme Court gain if Edibua MPP? There are precedents. There are so many times members of parliament decided to go on the ticket of another independent or on the other side. Here they almost vacant. And I am very, very saddened by Inyamane because you see some of these things because NDC former campaign failed. They are told some campaign practice upon some. Enti John Mahama or subcontracting the campaign a lot of people they dig out the democracy hope for and a fall flat by NSA and or the command labor unions and the titi pansam ye and or the command galamsey for and also tonsum they say or the Abraham minority for and also better form they are unable to sell their candidate or more candidate in the Hunya Konobium and na election no mo so mo ba be lusu no enti ene yemfa gidigidi and maintain me ho ase embra parliament and no mo ye no. The NDC has failed. They are smelling defeat ahead, and that is why they are doing this. And Omo Bibiya, Motna minority, and no opposition, 3 years, 8 months. After na 2 months now, can majority here. Majority here, they go to the police stations, parliament and to about who or police station you ho. Go to the police stations. Me no kasi Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and I'm voter region. Pandu oye campaign. Na beji chire Dr. Alaji Machopoku Prempe. And so now we are come Memphis, eko share diaspora for a US near there. Ne yire Amopoku Prempe and Dra Ewo Dodio constituency. The second lady of the republic, Semira Alaji Bawumia, and Nam Pandai Eye campaign. Me no can say NDC for suspend your campaign here because of their course for parliament. It's a china ya tuaba. Na se MPP for winnie. Na se mo de court, na se court ne ka se muni adanse bia e kire se mo na mo winnie abana. O mo be ka se court no and e buama MPP for. But we are working on the ground. as at anadwo 11 p.m. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was on the campaign grounds. Ne ire e work pande ano no so ya campaign as at 11 p.m. Na jo mahama we. No ada. Na je we no ada.
So you cannot say that for a fact because meaning
no, they were not campaigning as yesterday. No, as yesterday they've issued a statement to call off their campaign. You cannot exactly to call off their campaign because of this issue of Parliament. And I find it totally unwarranted. I find it totally
because I am not aware that the statement has been issued to that.
I am telling you on record. Today, your running mate was supposed to go to the Upper West. They have called off the campaign. Please, you can. Listen, wait. You can call any of the spokespersons to the running
mate.
But
a statement to that effect, they are out there. We cannot put.
Oh, maybe I know. Sankai, me who statement if you makachi a film makachi. Me pama.
Okay.
If film makachi.
So until maybe you bring it out, you know, we declare say that one is.
No, I'll get it for you. I still maintain it. I'll get it for you.
Okay.
It's my worry. Yeah, I'll
so
get it for you.
Yeah, Minya.
Oh my. Me Papa John Mahama. Ghana for you na Papa John Dramani Mahama say ano pay amete hey. Menchiao o hweyen e wo office o hweyen e wo adwuma mu market wo de ato Adom TV afofo nyina hwe all the regions will be hwe yera mama say monka makoma tomoyam eniama ekoso nyina da wani nje asoman ba aban na di yehwamo enti ne yadu ba bia yadu no aban na ma yensa sifom enti ne yadu ba bia yadu no mfie nwotwe ho kire ni apinisie ni abebrese ayewom enti na yedu be biedu wo ya MPP ni wo ya NDC ni CPP ni amemmo no wani nye ho yeru mama se osrew achia emu ye chen abebuo nyina mom ye nya gidie wo man Ghana mu na mon kan hu se wa ye bi pen enti sabre no yemfa tumi no e ma ne biom December 7th paper ni ye de hye nsem a de ohia ne se ubehu NDC chiniye no ni won se yira ma da number 8 no ato aba no e ba sa ye nyina ye betimi asesa niema ekoso a ye ne nye hu a menuen ababunu kama na afi de odane niema na ebutu amenchia oman a obo adwuma hene oman hene obo adwuma nya menchia na meko masem so no ehia sem bia ehia me pa me se me ba me betu anim de oyade mu ye hwehwemu because this year akabebo sume enubu sumi numpo ye koto aba one of the key areas here ye police service so ye can operations very key unim say nansen ya ye pawo deputy IGP in charge of operations oh my many obi ko share 2 weeks our platform so e ma ne kan say bi o kan na ma anye ni ntimi ye say mekwa akoye investigation and I'm bowra push so ye many officers woni be nkomo omaye sa position na ye de ma tatanyo say white elephant position papa ni ye bia
oh there be say e court
e be si na
e court
it is am ye say ya power be say a deputy IGP in charge of operations ye koto aba ye say asem wo court in the operations system na ba wan ye government
definitely may
until you who the agency of this case yes see a court you who the agency of this case ama ya mo bi white elephant position clear mandate of operation go be and ye dey ho e dia ya dia mumye me interested in this issue leading to the election because we need to know the clear because can operations at the police service are one of the experienced and astute operation police officer COP presented
okay so I have this here Team Chelsea. The chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Sirin Ketia, has suspended his retail campaign tour in Bono region due to recent developments in Parliament. The NDC national chairman made the announcement during a community engagement in Banda Ahinkro within the Banda constituency, and I quote him, "We cannot ignore the critical issues unfolding in Parliament. Our focus must shift to addressing these pressing matters."
Okay.
So there's a hold.
No.
Into Menchantro.
Me, I know the fact. In Tigana for NDC as a political party and the general campaign of the flag bearer, you issue any communique say you're halting your national campaign.
The chairman.
The chairman, because NDC campaign for 2024, no, you're decentralizing. Mempe interjection from you. We control. We are setting the record straight. NDC campaign for 2024, you're decentralizing. Every wing of the party. A separate campaign. Every structure of the party, a campaign. It will be called flag bearer office, a campaign. Running mate office, a campaign. National chairman office, a campaign. We be called secretariat, obi a yene de women wing, a yomo youth wing, a yomo de national organizer wing, a yomo de national communication wing, a yomo de parliament. As a body, no so almost so your mother. Until your segment, you know, beat and what you go. And Ghana near wash me and no pay. What is it, Cromwell? Campaign, what a home campaign, a NDC campaign. And this political party, you so mukram message 24-hour economy policy, a NDC. And you know, yeah, cast a campaign, many another no, I will do rather than a young chairman. And no segment of campaign now, oh, yeah, no. And we'll put statements and not all bono to. And idea we develop the way by Chairman ain't any packet because when it comes to parliamentary affairs, the parliament, our caucus in parliament work in tandem with the party structure. It is a critical issue, but we need a national figure to liaise with our caucus in parliament near settled issues. And your national chairman issues our segment say he need to come and resolve the issue with our caucus. It doesn't mean say our entire campaign no hiding. Mr. Nancy boss say we a fresh lawyer. Young fan no and to ya ho. Say ye can you see on. E ya na ye de ebu eto sa title no say lawyer. Nti kasa one more show him say oh we dey lawyer or can kre. And he said, oh, can I watch ya? Ye be more than a better than no akwa Supreme Court judge and I said judge.
No, this is a personal attack.
It is no,
this is a personal attack. No, this is a personal attack. No, you can respond, but you are attacking my personality. No, you can make your statement, but not allow you to attack me. No,
what you have yes,
it's my correct no.
And what you have
all corner chairman. Ne kasa ye issue ni ba. On let sure say he's speaking to
and you're not bad advice me kawase.
Yes, I mean what can some kawase ya nya ne sa e tira bi ye be sa be tira ne kasa se ya e no na me edu ha yo Ghana for asema da pon so ye mu se edi enti ani edu ha se enkoma na ye die no me pacho se wo hye MPP lens a yitu wo hye NDC lens a yitu akwasi mensa meti ha no me wom sam ye NDC but ensam na me be ka no no kure any of minor interest inti entina de bia me bana se me kasa na me ka the preamble of the constitution eya na ho ya me papa or say in the name of the Almighty God we the people of Ghana we in exercise of our natural and inalienable right to establish a framework of government which shall secure for ourselves and posterity the blessings of liberty, equality of opportunity, and prosperity in a spirit of friendship and peace with all peoples of the world. In solemn declaration and affirmation of our commitment to freedom, justice, probity, and accountability, the principle that all powers of government spring from the sovereign will of the people. The principle of universal adult suffrage, the rule of law, the protection and preservation of fundamental human rights and freedom, unity and stability for our nation, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this constitution. Omaye, the entire make us say when he say, to buy a cosun, and your mind na yet say, na sub your for a cajon. A 24 okay. One morning they take home and you could choose our constitution.
Memo what made you common ye. Okay. And you could try hombra. Okay. A ban what you bring up Equaba. Thank you. You try one but you see a mula game park for Darama. Ever to a couple say Equaba.